When I did Rocky, if you remember, the first image was a picture of Jesus, and it says Resurrection AC Club. I found a church that had been converted to a boxing ring. I'll just say this, and I mean it. When George Washington defended his country, he had no idea that he was going to change the world. Something was going to happen. This man was going to go through a metamorphosis and change lives, just like President Trump. So the image pans down from Jesus onto Rocky being hit. And at that moment, he was a chosen person, and that's how I began the journey.
Is Jimmy Kimmel's career over? The late night host just lost a whopping $18 million. And it's not just about the money. His ratings are in free fall, his jokes are falling flat, and even ABC execs are ready to pull the plug. But wait, there's more. Sylvester Stallone just stepped into the ring, and he's not pulling any punches. The Rocky star just delivered a knockout blow to Kimmel that has everyone talking. You won't believe what Sly said that left Kimmel red-faced and scrambling for a comeback. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Is Jimmy Kimmel's career on life support? You bet it is. The once king of late night is now the court jester of failure. And boy, is it a spectacular fall from grace. Kimmel's ratings aren't just taking a nosedive. They're plummeting faster than a lead balloon in a tornado. We're talking about a free fall so epic, it's making ABC executives sweat bullets behind closed doors. Now, here's the juicy part. Our inside sources have spilled some serious tea. Leaked emails from the big wigs at ABC reveal they're not just panicking, they're ready to pull the plug on Kimmel's show altogether.
Remember the Academy Awards? I said how he's the worst host in the history of the Academy Awards, and this stupid guy goes up, and just before the best picture of the year, his manager said, don't do it, I have to do it. He goes out and reads my truth, and it said basically, he is the worst host in the history. He reads the whole thing. The show is almost over. They're waiting for the best picture of the year. He gets up and he says, and his wife said, please don't do it.
Can you believe it? The network that once worshipped at the altar of Kimmel is now treating him like yesterday's news. But why the sudden change of heart? Well, folks, it turns out Kimmel's political rants have turned viewers off faster than you can say woke agenda. His jokes are falling flatter than a pancake run over by a steamroller, then backed over again for good measure. It's painful to watch, really. But here's the kicker. Kimmel, in all his infinite wisdom, refused to change his material. Even when the suits warned him it was costing the network millions, he stuck to his guns like a captain going down with his ship. Now, the million-dollar question, or should we say the $18 million question, will Kimmel's next punchline be his own pink slip? Because let me tell you, the numbers aren't looking good for our not-so-funny friend. That sweet $10 million raise he was bragging about? Canceled. His shiny new $8 million Disney Plus show, Act said. That's $18 million down the drain, folks. Poof, gone like magic, except there's nothing entertaining about this disappearing act. But hold on to your hats because this comedy of errors is about to get even more interesting. Remember when Kimmel thought he was untouchable? Well, a certain action star is about to enter the ring and deliver a knockout punch to Kimmel's already bruised ego. That's right, we're talking about none other than Sylvester Stallone, the ultimate underdog turned Hollywood legend. Stallone's not just here to flex his muscles, he's here to show Kimmel what real star power looks like. And let me tell you, it's not pretty for our fading late night host. While Kimmel's been busy alienating half his audience with his so-called jokes, Stallone's been quietly planning his comeback. And boy, is it going to be sweet. Just when you thought the late night drama couldn't get any juicier, in walks Sylvester Stallone like a wrecking ball ready to demolish what's left of Jimmy Kimmel's career. Folks, this isn't just another celebrity spat, it's a full-on Hollywood smackdown, and Sly's not pulling any punches. Remember when everyone thought Stallone was just another muscle-bound action star? Well, he's about to prove he's got more brains than biceps, and poor Jimmy Kimmel is the unfortunate punching bag. The Italian stallion didn't even need his own show to deliver a verbal knockout that's left Kimmel reeling. So what exactly did Stallone say that's got everyone talking? Well, our inside sources tell us that Sly walked walked onto Kimmel's set with all the swagger of Rocky Balboa entering the ring, and let me tell you, he didn't come to play nice. Word on the street is that Stallone took one look at Kimmel's sad attempt at political humor and decided enough was enough. "Listen, kid," Stallone reportedly said, his voice dripping with that signature gravelly charm. "I've been in this business longer than you've been alive, and let me tell you something, people don't tune in to hear your half-baked political rants. They want to laugh, to escape. You've forgotten that, and it's why you're tanking faster than the Titanic."
When George Washington defended his country, without him, you can imagine what the world would look like. Guess what? We got the second George Washington. Congratulations!
I guess those punches Rocky took to the head were real after all. George Washington was the father of our country. Donald Trump is the father of Eric. Big difference there.
Ouch, can you believe it? Stallone just schooled the so-called king of late night on his own turf. And guess what? The audience ate it up like candy. They were cheering so loud you'd think Rocky had just won another championship bout. But Sly wasn't done. Oh no, he was just warming up. Our sources say he then turned to the camera and delivered a message that had viewers at home jumping out of their seats. "To all you folks at home," he said, "you deserve better than this. You deserve entertainment that brings people together, not tears them apart. And if the bigwigs in Hollywood can't figure that out, maybe it's time for some new blood in charge." Talk about a wake-up call. Stallone just put the entire entertainment industry on notice, and he did it with the kind of no-nonsense, straight-talking style that's made him a beloved icon for decades. And how did Kimmel react to this verbal beatdown? Our insiders say he was stammering like a school kid who forgot his homework. He tried to laugh it off, but everyone could see the flop sweat forming on his forehead. It was almost painful to watch. Almost. The aftermath. Social media exploded faster than one of Rambo's grenades. Stallone for late night started trending within minutes, with fans begging the action star to take over the late night slot. Finally, someone saying what we've all been thinking. One tweet read, another fan chimed in. Stallone in 2 minutes did what Kimmel couldn't do in years, actually entertain us. Folks, the writing's on the wall for Jimmy Kimmel, and it's not looking pretty. The late night landscape is shifting faster than a game of musical chairs, and guess who's left without a seat? Our boy Jimmy. Viewers are craving something fresh, something that doesn't make them feel like they're sitting through a political science lecture. They want laughs, not lectures. And who's stepping up to the plate? None other than the Italian stallion himself, Sylvester Stallone. While Kimmel's been busy preaching to the choir, Stallone's been giving the people what they want. Good old-fashioned entertainment that doesn't come with a side of guilt. It's like watching Rocky take on Ivan Drago all over again, except this time, the fight's happening in the ratings ring. But here's the real kicker. This isn't just about Kimmel versus Stallone. It's about the future of late-night TV. Will the suits finally wake up and smell the coffee, or will they keep pushing the same old tired routine? One thing's for sure, if Kimmel doesn't change his tune, he might find himself saying, "Yo, Adrian," to the unemployment line.